describe what I think of volunteers. And I think perhaps that's already really, but we should be our own. This is a fashion event, and it does coincide with National Volunteers Week, which is a national celebration for volunteers, so that's why we thought we would actually have this today. And actually you can see from some of the stories around the room the kind of variety of people who volunteer for us. We have volunteers right away across Crisis. We have volunteers in all our centres. We have currently 7 of those. We've got 2 more coming. And all those volunteers are helping us in our main purpose, which is to end homelessness. So I'm really, we really remain and always were extremely grateful. And volunteers do a whole range of different things. We have volunteers who are teaching assistants. We have volunteers who are tutors in our Skylight classes. We've got a whole number of people who just enable us to give more time to our members. We have 15 volunteers over the last month who've taken part in something called the Yes We Can Read project. One of the main literacy projects we've been running, enabling a kind of one-to-one relationship which takes away quite a lot of the embarrassment people often feel about lack of literacy and allows them really to just progress in leaps and bounds. So that's been a great thing for our volunteers. We have volunteer sewing tutors, we have volunteer sound engineers, we have volunteer film and photography experts, you name it, and somewhere out there will be volunteers with skills which they'll come and use here or in one of our locations. Fantastic. We also have volunteer receptionists who are here to welcome people, to point them in the right direction. We've got lots of behind-the-scenes volunteers who might do what you think are very boring things that are fantastically essential, whether it's stuffing envelopes, whether it's counting the money, as I say, extremely essential things, which we're again very grateful for those people. We've also got a number of interns who have been giving up 2 or 3 days a week of their time, and very much become embedded in teams around the organisation. Some of the fundraising teams, some of the event teams, some in research and policy, and some helping out with the communication team. And also, just at Christmas, of course, for Crisis Christmas, we rely on about 8,000 volunteers. We ask them to provide the support, the services, the companionship to well over 3,000 guests on that foundation. That's a service we wouldn't even dream of doing without volunteer help. And a subset of those 8,000 people, some of them are people here tonight, actually give up their time throughout the year to help plan what we're going to do, to help design new programs, to help deliver training, and that's a process that, as I say, takes place throughout the whole year. We're very, very grateful for those people who support us. And they do actually ensure that Christmas gets better every year. So that's great. So please look at all the thank yous here, because those have been written mostly by staff, but also by our members. And I think they just give a feel of what we hope people realise that we feel about volunteers and volunteers. I think they probably remind us, really, that much of the volunteering isn't actually so much, although it is very important, the actual hours that people give, but it's actually about ideas and new perspectives that people bring to us as an organisation. It means that we go from a small team with limited ideas to a very large team with a much larger set of ideas to build on. And certainly, again, our members tell us how important those volunteers are to them. And certainly, more than one guest at Christmas, in particular, but also member here, has told us before now that one of the great things about volunteers is that someone's talking to them who isn't paid to talk. That's actually, I think, of immense value, and very, very difficult for them to work on at all. We also very strongly believe, and I think that you can see that really from some of these stories over here, we strongly believe that volunteering is mutually beneficial. And that's what you tell us, actually. Volunteers tell us what they gain from volunteering and what volunteering has given them as well as it's given us. And people talk very much about skills, they talk about the experience they gain, they talk about kind of employability that has happened through volunteering, which is recognise what we need to do in terms of getting jobs and indeed the jobs that will follow. So I'm always pleased that there is definitely a two-way process here, that we're pleased to be able to nurture and encourage that, particularly pleased that for our members to hear the role that volunteering can play in their life and in their journey out of homelessness, and we certainly want to continue being able to provide those opportunities as much as we can. In our current strategy, which we actually wrote in 2007, just coming into 2008, and we have been working on for the last several years, especially from 2008 to 2013, one of the things that we said is that we wanted to put volunteers very much at the heart of everything that we did. And actually, we're not sure that we have succeeded in that, because we did one thing that you're told you should never do when you're developing a strategy. We forgot to put any kind of measure against that. So actually, we have no idea really whether we achieved what we thought we set out to achieve. But we're now looking at the development of our next strategy, which sounds horrendous, really, comes out 2030 to 2080. It sounds too far away, but anyway, that's what we're working on now. And I'm sure it will still be the right thing for us to do. I think putting volunteers at the centre of what we do will still be the right thing to do. But I hope that you can actually tell us this time round how we can know whether we've succeeded in doing it. And one of the things we'll be doing over this next period is coming out after that review. How can we tell that we've succeeded in actually making volunteering an absolutely critical, essential part of everything that Skylight does, and so that we're making what we do better, and so that therefore making it more likely that we're going to be able to end homelessness. Thank you very much. As I say, the entertainment is now on, or it will be on in a minute. Please join us in the next room over, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks very much.